The life you keep saying you want is not waiting for your mood to improve. It is waiting for you to prove you are serious. Every day, there is a quiet moment when your future asks one question. Are you going to do the work or explain why you did not? Most people do not lose because they lack dreams. They lose because their dreams only get attention when life feels easy. They wait for the perfect morning, the clear mind, the sudden spark, the clean schedule. But the future is not built in perfect conditions. It is built in the small, hard choices that happen when no one is watching. Motivation feels powerful at first. It arrives loud. It makes promises. It says, this time will be different. So you make a plan. You imagine the new version of yourself. You see the mountain and the finish line. For a moment, it all feels close. Then the feeling fades. The alarm rings. The room is cold. The work feels boring. Your mind looks for a door out. It says, start tomorrow. It says, you deserve a break. It says, one missed day will not matter. And that is the exact moment your life starts taking shape. Not in the dream, not in the plan, in the choice. Motivation is a flame. It can light the room, but it cannot carry the weight. Discipline is a staircase. It does not need to feel exciting. It only asks for the next step. One step does not look like much. One workout does not transform a body. One page does not make you wise. One focused hour does not build a career. One honest effort does not change your whole life. But one step repeated becomes a path. One rep repeated becomes strength. One page repeated becomes understanding. One focused hour repeated becomes skill. And skill repeated becomes freedom. This is why discipline compounds. At first, the work gives you almost nothing back. You push the boulder, and it barely moves. You plant the seed, and the ground still looks empty. You check the box, and the world does not clap. You choose the hard path, and the easy path still looks better. This is where most people quit. Not because the work is impossible, because the results are invisible. But invisible does not mean useless. Roots grow before the tree rises. Strength forms before the body shows it. Confidence is built before anyone notices it. Identity changes before the world respects it. The gap between effort and evidence is where discipline is born. You are not just doing a task. You are casting a vote. Every action is a vote for the person you are becoming. When you keep your promise, you vote for trust. When you train while tired, you vote for strength. When you study while distracted, you vote for focus. When you start before you feel ready, you vote for courage. And when you break the promise again, you vote too. Skipping the work is not neutral. Delaying is not neutral. Hiding behind overthinking is not neutral. Each choice teaches your mind what kind of person you are. If you keep proving that discomfort can control you, your mind will believe it. If you keep proving that fear can stop you, your mind will believe it. If you keep proving that tomorrow is safer than today, your mind will believe it. But the same rule can free you. Each small act of discipline sends a new message. I move even when it is hard. I return even after I fall. I do not need the perfect mood. I do not need permission from fear. I do not need life to be easy before I begin. This is how a person changes. Not through one dramatic moment, not through one intense week, not through pressure that burns out and disappears. Change happens when small actions become too consistent to ignore. Consistency beats intensity because intensity depends on emotion. Consistency depends on identity. Intensity says, I will change everything today. Consistency says, I will not miss the next step. Intensity runs fast, then collapses. Consistency walks forward, then becomes unstoppable. The person who wins is not always the most talented. It is often the person who can repeat simple things longer than everyone else. The person who returns to the page, returns to the gym, returns to the plan, returns after embarrassment, doubt, and a bad day. That return is the rep that matters. Discipline is not proven when life is smooth. Discipline is proven when the road climbs. When the backpack feels heavier. When the mountain looks farther away. When distractions wave from the easy path. When excuses wrap around your ankles like chains and call themselves logic. I am too busy. I am too tired. I do not know enough yet. What if I fail? What if people judge me? These chains feel strong because they sound reasonable. But a chain does not need to be true to hold you. It only needs to be repeated. So break it with repetition. Do the work once, and the chain cracks. Do it again, and it weakens. Do it again when you do not feel like it, and your old identity begins to lose its grip. You do not become disciplined by thinking about discipline. You become disciplined by practicing it in plain, ordinary moments. Open the book, write the line, take the walk, make the call, clean the space, finish the set, save the money, start the project, tell the truth, turn off the noise. Choose the next right action. Simple does not mean easy. Simple means clear, and clarity is dangerous to your excuses. Because once you know the next step, the problem is no longer confusion. The problem is willingness. That may sting, but it is also power. If the problem is willingness, then the door is not locked. You are not trapped. You are not waiting for a secret. You are standing in front of the work, deciding who gets control. The old you wants comfort now and change later. The future you needs effort now and freedom later. Both are asking for your vote. Today, one of them wins. If you keep choosing comfort, do not be surprised when life stays the same. If you keep choosing delay, do not be surprised when time moves without you. If you keep choosing the easy path, do not be surprised when it leads you in a circle. But if you choose the work, even badly, slowly, and quietly, something begins to shift. You start standing taller. Not because everything is fixed, but because you stopped abandoning yourself. You start trusting your own word. You start seeing the mountain differently. It no longer looks like proof that you are behind. It becomes proof that you are moving. And one day, the progress that felt invisible becomes obvious. The staircase is there. The seed has grown. The boulder has moved. The checklist is full. The chains are broken. The flag is in your hand. That future version of you is not created by wishing. She is built by daily reps, repeated choices, boring effort, quiet courage, and doing what needs to be done before you feel ready. So stop waiting for a better version of yourself to appear. Build her, not tomorrow, not when life calms down, not when fear leaves, today. Put in the work when it is uncomfortable. Put in the work when it is boring. Join the Tomorrow Society for full access to exclusive lessons, practical tools, and our private community. Build better habits, stronger discipline, lasting confidence, and the future you'll be proud to live.